Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020 Career Mode episode number 57. This is it. This is the final episode for this year's Tour de France. We're going to be wrapping it up in this one, and we've got a lot left to work for. Actually, no, not so much. We've got Tintoni protecting his KOM. Mathematically, it's already wrapped up. But will he survive? Will he make it through these last couple days? Because he is very, very ill. Can Alves Machado hang on to second place in the points classification? We're doing the little things. We're doing what we can. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And of course, there's still the desperate attempt to win a stage that, well, we're not trying that hard. We're trying for the alternate strategies. But let's get to it. All right, so it's stage number 20, the individual time trial. Right now, there aren't very many good times out there, and I'm actually producing some of the best times so far, balancing and saving the energy. A lot of riders cracking before the finish and then just losing tons of time. Alves Machado, I got close experimenting with him. German and Monotoglu and Banijek, I balanced much, much better. Banijek, terrible time trialist, so he just did not put in a good time. But with Vermark, you could see that I've conserved his energy a bit better in preparation for this final climb, and knowing that once you do get that final climb, they're burning through that energy a bit faster, so you have to back off a little more, and it's trying to get it all the way through that final climb where it really, really makes a big difference on the timings at the finish line. But Carlos Rodriguez, our top time trialist, though not a great climber, is about to set off. So he'll be kind of that first test of where we're at, how we're doing. So we're going to take off at a 77 for him. You can see Pedrero's going past Vermark, but Vermark still doing well towards the end of this one. In fact, I think I can push him back up to a 75. And probably hold that to the finish. And while Vermark might be getting passed by one guy here, he's gaining time on others. Wow, Richie Porte has already crossed the line. Richie Porte just second here, so third in the 2020 Tour de France in real life. And here he is, second on the stage, but he's also way behind. So Vermark, I went at a 76 for most of it, and that clearly he didn't need to go that far down, as we can push all the way to the finish now. So 19th for Vermark. Monotoglu, 28th, though. That's still our best time so far. Rodriguez, okay, into that climbing section. I think we need to go 76 through most of this to conserve a bit. And Zeta getting ready to set off as well. Okay, definitely not as strong of a time trialist. We'll set him to at 76. Really nice race day condition, +3. His climbing at a 76 today should do pretty well. And we're preparing for Tantonio. Alejandro Osorio goes second now. Pedrero went to the top of the timesheets, so that really goes to show that I wasn't too conservative with Vermark, though it does turn out I was a little bit too conservative with him. He rode 76 from the beginning, and then we started to back off for that climb, so it looks like you can kind of hold that 76 just about throughout, where my other guys were doing 77, 78, terrible climbers, so they were losing more than Vermark was. Let's go ahead and push that 77 again. It's like you're somewhere between a 76 and 77 being the right balance, but then you get to that last climb, and it's more like about a 75 through there. 75, 76. Almost to Tintoni, who is in a GC battle to at least claim a top 15 position. We'll see how he does today. Strong climber. He should be able to do relatively well. All right, we'll set it 76 for that last climb. All right, let's stick with that 77. We'll see what happens. Okay, come on, Tantoni. Please have a... Oh, he's got a negative race day condition. -2 today. That's not good. We figure a lot of these guys aren't going to be pushing, just the ones inside the top 10. So, Tantoni, not a good time trialist. Great climber. So let's conserve a little bit on the flat. Just slightly. Save that energy for the climbs. So we'll do a 75 through here. We'll lose a little bit of time in this first sector, but we can definitely gain it back through the climbs. Let's slow down for a second because Rodriguez apparently can push harder than he's pushing, which means I can also push Zeta. Okay, we're on to the climbs. So 78 through here. $5K to go for Rodriguez. 45th through the second time check, but he can gain a lot of time. 4 minutes down. You look at 4 minutes down, that's 20th. He can climb this a little bit faster. He can move up into the top 15 on the stage. See just how quick he's coming up on Remy Cavagna, who put in one of the best times at the tour, up to 14th place.
It would seem as though the best time has been beaten.
All right, we're going to try a 79 on the climbs here with Tantoni. See if that's more balanced and if that works for us. Zeta was 44th, similar situation, just a hair further back though, 5 minutes down for him. It's going to be a little harder for him to get further up. Chris Froome just blew away the competition, taking a massively nearly 2 minutes ahead of Carl Hickey. So the times are starting to come down. $1K to go for Zeta, and he's able to go pretty dang quick here towards the finish. 6th place. Wow, nice. Nicely done. He gained a ton of time on that final climb. It really can be done. So here is Tantoni, 4 minutes down now on Chris Froome. So different timetable. 35th. And still looking pretty good for the finish. We're going to use a little less energy on this descent. And then again on that flat, save it for the climb. Can make a ton of time on the climbs. Izaguirre, I was going to say, there's no way Lopez has bursted past me. I can't be that slow, right? Oh, somebody else is coming too. But we're on to the climb. Gain it back and more, hopefully. Lagat goes second, Latour third. Hickey, Foss are your top 5 currently. Hour, 25 minutes, 17 seconds. Tantoni already working his way back through. It's a nice long climb, plenty of time. Osorio, who was second a while ago, just dropped out of the top 20. That's how much the times have changed drastically here towards the end of this one as the best climbers are emerging and blowing away the competition. Tantoni a little too strong. He just does not have the stamina resistance today. Zeta gets 17th, I think, more based on his incredible stamina and resistance than his climbing, which today was a 76 and is nice, but Tantoni clearly does not have that same amount of energy as he goes under the 1K to go banner. He's just a little shy on energy. I think he'll make it though, just about to the finish. There you go, and he does. Up to 17th. Okay, not a bad time, 17th. Though he immediately falls to 19th as the next 2 riders cross the line. Milan should definitely have a good time as a strong time trialist and
Whoa, we've just seen
a
a
good
great
climber.
performance.
He goes to the top. Geraint Thomas is second. And Yates fits in. Pogacar's 23rd, so we're ahead of him at least. Barguil's putting in a good time. It looks like we're not going up the standings at all in terms of the KOM. Mathematically, we were already safe. We're down to just that points classification. And, by the way, first place is out of reach. Ewan has too big of a lead. There are 70 points on offer on the final stage. 20 for the intermediate, 50 at the finish. Ewan, we can't catch him. We can't beat him in a sprint anyway. But as for third, Eekhoff, he's less than 70 points behind. But only just. It's about
The best time has
63.
fallen
So as
still
we go into that
further.
final stage, we only need about 7 points. So if we can grab 7 points, then we'll take second place in the points classification. Sivakov goes top of the standings. Final man across the line. Crosses quickest. Carapaz 4th. Kruijswijk 5th. And there's your overall. Sivakov by 5 minutes 41 seconds. Kruijswijk in 2nd. Carapaz, Pino, Alaphilippe, Higuita, Dumoulin, Moss, Barguil, Yates. Your top 10 as they roll into the final stage. 20 minutes from 1st to 10th place. Big gaps. Bentoni, 14 points clear of Sivakov. Gap shrunk, but it's enough. Bentoni will wear the KOM into Paris as long as he makes it that one more day, holds out on this cold. Please, oh please, know what's at stake. Caleb Ewan, there's those gaps. And it's 66-point gap. So a 66-point gap. We only need to score 5 points to guarantee second place with Alves Machado. Tony will take second in the young riders, so we've got that part also secure. It's worth a little bit, recognition-wise. Zetta's 6th, by the way. Rodriguez is 9th. Not even in the top 10 team classification, but I didn't bring but one climber, so that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to briefly try to see if I can get Alves Machado into the breakaway. There's no climbs to deal with, so he should be able to get up there, and if he can, then he can pick up the points necessary. Again, our target, 5 points. That's all we need for Alves Machado. Let's give him some support about a potential lead-out rider in Amanatoglu. Five riders up the road, but barely right now, and the chase not letting them get out. There we go, down to just 2. And this would be the time to have both of these guys attack off front. Okay, joined by a few riders.
Things are heating up
There
in
you
front.
go, they've already made it up there.
Whoa, there's an attack from inside the breakaway group.
Okay, 30 seconds off the front. For some reason, one of the guys has attacked the others. But they're out to 45 seconds.
The breakaway has now got over a minute on the pack.
Ekoff not among the riders here, meaning he does not look likely to score the 20 points necessary. So this could just about seal the jersey if we can get through this. Still ahead of the pack. And get max points. Already into Paris. I made it quite quick compared to what you get in real life. The long procession not happening. Okay, 2.2k, this is already it. We're lining it up. And then we're going to drop back to the group, probably, because look how little energy we have. No lead out. Just go get max points. And there it is. Second place in the points classification. Secure.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The Peloton has significantly increased its speed.
So his position will not change. He will take second place. We can now focus our attention on the stage itself, which means both of these guys can just sit on and start their recovery in preparation for the sprint at the end. Fortunate that this is not treated like it is in real life, very much a cobbled stage, or at least a hybrid of a cobbled stage. We're not getting that here, so quite fortunate as we head around through the circuit, completing our first full lap. Both guys starting to recover slightly. Sorry for Brecken and Perez ruining your chances. 35 seconds ahead of the pack. They don't want to catch up to us. They want to have a break out here. Okay, 60K to go. Let's go ahead and grab some water on a Toglu, and then somewhere back here as well. Rodriguez, go ahead and do the same for these guys. Again, I don't mind if we get caught. I'd rather try to see if we can get a top 10 on the stage. Taken care of for both groups. 50K to go. And we're down to a one-man break. 3 of us being reeled in. Back in the bunch. Okay. Now we flip our attention. Rodriguez. Toglu. And let's get Mark. Banijek. Tentoni's going to ride solo, and Zeta. You guys can ride on their own. Let's also prepare for the increase in speed coming up. Around the Arc de Triomphe. 34K to go in this year's Tour de France. One more circuit. Pace really starting to pick up. Let's keep our position here. 23K to go. One lap. Ding, ding, ding. There's the bell. Be nice if they did that on the game.
The finish line is getting close. The riders have just passed the 15 kilometers road sign.
15K. Coding wise, not the easiest thing to manage, but you figure they should be able to figure
really
it out.
are moving.
All right,
The
12K to go. Lots of
or it's
fatigue,
going to start breaking
heavy
up.
pace. Time to set up the full team sprint train. Of course, we're going to ride for Alves Machado and his max points. And Germán to lead them out, and Zeta, and for Mark. Isn't for Mark actually the quickest? Oh yes, much faster. Zeta's just got that nice flat rating. Okay, Tony, you're gonna just get the free tow. We're not gonna use you. You're gonna go claim your KOM. So Banijek, Rodriguez, Gel, and let's turn the screw.
Only 10 kilometers left.
All right, for Mark, Tentoni, the only ones having to work hard to get up in a position.
The riders are closing on the last 8 kilometers
This will
of the
give
stage,
us the
which will most
position
likely
we
end up
want
in a mass
later
sprint.
on. Okay, Banijek. Oh, where'd my team go? We have a group of 6 off the front. Germán, your turn.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Let those guys go. They could actually do this, maybe. It's 4K. 2 groups to watch here. Zeta, go for it. Check, try to get back onto the back end of this thing. You guys have a little separation there. And German and Amanatoglu also off the front. And here comes Alves Machado. Could it be? 2K to go. Zeta, you're going to sprint. 1.8. 1.4. Okay, Vermark for the stage victory. Are you kidding me? They're going to let us get away with this? Okay, German, you're also going to do your sprint. Monotoglu. Alves Machado is going to get left behind here, but Kevin Vermark to win the Champs-elysees. We got our stage victory. We got our stage victory. Danishek, Zeta, Monotoglu fourth. Go German. Go German. Fifth. Holy crap. What? The lead out trade. No other team wanted to go with it. Oh my goodness. I put pressure on early, and we opened the gap, and they didn't chase it down.
Here are the key moments of the race.
Oh, we got our stage win. What? We got our stage win. The Champs-elysees, we got our stage win. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this one. Well, once I saw there was a little gap, though, I mean, it was up to me to open that thing up and keep pushing on for the breakaway. I didn't think it was actually going to work. Kevin Vermark with the win. So much for that profile of his. That's going to go down also and drastically increase his popularity even further. Alan Banishek claims second place. Humberto Zeta third. Monotoglu and German. Alves Machado gets swallowed up for 10th at the end there. He didn't have the energy after we worked hard to get the sprint, and he got left behind a little bit when this all started. Gaviria wins the proper sprint. Damar, Ewan, Ackerman, and look who's not even around. Ekoff. Ekoff takes 30th. They all get same time, so we don't get any separation there. Not that that matters at all. All right, final standings. Pavel Sivakov wins the Tour de France. Steven Kruijswijk second. Carapaz takes third. Pinot, Alaphilippe, two Frenchmen, fourth and fifth. Hagita gets sixth place. Dumoulin, Moss, and Barguil. And then Yates, Garrett Thomas. Not with Ineos, by the way. Ineos gets third with Carapaz. Jumbo-Visma win with Sivakov, who's not at Ineos. So, big change. It's been a handful of seasons. Roglic jumps back up the order after his strong showing on stage 19 and again on 20 to get 12th. Lopez, 13th. Pogačar, 14th. And is the leader for UAE. Roglic riding for Circus Wanty Group Gobert. So he leaves Jumbo-Visma. So Jumbo-Visma shows that they're the strongest team, and they win. Yanni Zagira, 15th. Tentoni slipped to 16th. So he's out of the top 15. No matter. We got our stage win. We get second in the points classification. We win the King of the Mountains jersey. Second in the under 25s. 12th as a team. Okay, well, sponsor increase secure. very much secure now. Let's go ahead and push forward that one day to see how things are now looking. Tintoni recovered. Okay, so his bad cold ended up not so bad. 163,590. Thank you very much. Prize money. Fantastic. Yes, I like it. All right, how are we looking in this department after all of that? Let's just go straight to the team. I'm way long on this episode, getting through the rest of the tour. 13th in the World Tour rankings. 10th in the Super Prestige. In a season that I totally thought we'd be overmatched. And in so many ways we are. I mean, we're horribly overmatched compared to these teams. I'm just pulling off little miracles by focusing everything on certain things, like winning a King of the Mountains competition, 3,659 points. Ten wins on the season, really not that much. That's only 18th. Jumbo-Visma has 33. Kind of Quick-Step, Astana, Ineos, Equip Continental, Groupama FDJ. More wins than the actual Groupama FDJ. And the sponsor, last thing. Here we go. So, obviously, they're thrilled now. We got our stage win at the Tour de France. So 100% guaranteed. La Vuelta's after the deadline anyway. So that was the one thing, right? That was the one thing we had to worry about. And no reason to worry. Never mind. We're already at that point, 100%. So we will get our sponsor increase, which will bring us up to 68,000 from the 56 we're at now. 12,000 more. That's a big jump considering we have 56,000. I mean, we're talking about a 20% increase in our budget. We have a terrible budget, but 68,000 is still a terrible budget. But a 20% increase is going to help. It's gonna take some time before I could actually build a proper winner. Noteworthy results. There you go. Tour de France victory, best climber classification, 4 pluses. Wear the leader's jersey. Rodriguez wore it for a day, 3 pluses. And a top 25 for Tintoni, 2 pluses. Top 10 would have been significantly nicer on that. And he might have been able to pull it off, but you know what? This was a lot more fun for me. Vuelta, I'm going to go for the GC. I'm going to bring the climbers. We're going to try to support Tintoni in the GC. We'll see what we can do. Let's see. For Mark, internationally known. Tintoni, a star. Zeta, Continental. Yep. It's gonna be tough to keep any of those guys. It's gonna be really tough to keep any of those guys. And Tintoni, we didn't get the max evaluation on him wanting to return. So, good luck. Literally, I'm gonna lose my technically 4 best riders. But we're just gonna keep pushing. This is not going to end the series in any way, losing all those guys and having a successful season like this, because, well, the plan, that there's still so much left to do. We might have done a lot and done a lot earlier than expected. It's amazing, the turnaround. Remember that first season? Holy cow. Okay, you know what? I'm so massively over on time for this episode. It really could even be split into 2. Maybe I'll do that. Anyway, that does it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.